Good afternoon. I'm Candy Evans, and welcome to Dallas Dirt. I am so psyched about my guest today. First of all, there's two guests, not just one. So we're going to give you a great little show today. Two people who I've known and adored for a long time in Dallas. The beautiful Christine McKenny, who is one of the top realtors in Dallas. I've known her, oh my gosh, since she started in the biz. Exactly. And then the beautiful D'Andra Simmons, who has so much to say. Let's see, you are the CEO of Hard Night Good Morning Skincare, which is awesome. And ladies, we all know skincare is it. That's it. You have to have great skincare. I mean, it all starts with skincare. And she's done such a wonderful job. And she's also a former cast member of the fun show, The Real Housewives of Dallas, which was just hysterical.
Glad you think it's fun.
Oh my God, it was fun. I know, it's probably not fun for you, right?
It wasn't fun for me, but other people seem to like it.
And everyone thinks, oh, reality show is so fun. It's a lot of work.
It's the most work on any job I've ever had. And it's also the most arduous thing to watch the commentary, that people say on social media.
Yes.
And social media is, I mean, it can be a bear.
Oh, I know. I ran for city council. I'm addicted to running for city council, so I've done it. And oh my God, you have to have tough skin.
Oh, you definitely do. Thick skin, yes.
Well, so glad. Thank you guys for coming and for both coming on.
Yes,
this traffic. Isn't this a beautiful studio?
It's lovely.
I love it. It's great.
Beautiful.
So Christine, of course, is with Oliveth Allman now, and she just sells real. If you want to get it sold, you call Christine. Because I have my favorites, and I will say she's one of them. And she's also a genius at marketing, because I believe you used to be in the marketing business, weren't you, at one point?
Well, I did marketing with a home builder.
Yes.
So I was with Home Builder for 8 years, and really my forte was closing, selling.
Exactly. And so what people don't understand, and I know there's all this controversy, which we're going to cover in future shows about the realtors and the commission and the lawsuits, all that. But what people don't understand is that if you don't have an agent who markets your home, you don't have an agent.
That's right.
You don't just put it out there on Zillow and go, oh, it's going to sell, right? No, it is not.
Well, we're going into a tougher market.
Yeah.
And that's when
separates.
People pay to have a strong agent who knows what they're doing and who knows how to present and market your home.
Absolutely. And I think you're marketing right now D'Andra's home.
I have to tell you something funny, just because now that this conversation, I had a friend in Abu Dhabi who goes, your home is front page news everywhere in the world. Just so you know, this lady you're working with, she makes she put your real home at the very top of the news. So
oh my God.
I cannot wait to text me that. So Christine, good job.
So, thank you. I'm so glad you said it, because this is what I thought when I started Candy's Dirt. I was like, you guys, print is dead. I mean, this is like 15 years ago. Because in Abu Dhabi, they're not going to get, the Dallas Morning News or in the local magazine. Sorry, guys, I love you, but it's not going to happen. But on that computer thing and on our phones, they're going to get it.
I saw every single news story that I had. It didn't matter if it was Chicago Tribune or Newsbreak or this or that. It was always the front story.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
You're doing a great job.
And I received a lot of calls too, from all around.
And that is why Christine has always worked with Candy's Dirt. Hint, hint, hint. Absolutely. Get these stories out there. Also, what is this thing you put bubbles in the bathtub? And
well, we were trying to make things look a little bit more, like someone actually lives there.
Right.
So
yes.
that was on a video. And anyway, we had the water running and the bath running.
It didn't overflow, right?
It did not. Yeah. Actually, the bubbles started getting pretty high. So then we were under a time constraint to.
Oh my gosh, that would be my luck. I'd be like showing the house and like, oh my God, there's a leak. Oh, I forgot to turn the bathtub. And then I know that, of course, Clay Stapp, who's another fabulous agent in Dallas. We'll have to have him on. He had someone asked me once in a show that I was on, what was the most outrageous thing you ever saw in marketing? Well, it was Clay Stapp, because he had a woman in a bikini. She looked naked, but she was in a flesh-colored bikini, laying on the dining room table covered in sushi. Yes, that was his, and I was like, whoa.
And I don't know that would speak to my market, but
I don't know that we're there yet. But
and that was also pre-COVID.
Perfect girl, though.
You've got the perfect girl. Exactly. Not a naked sushi lady, but that's it. So your home, D'Andra, I happen to know your builder, but tell me about this. It was a custom build, correct?
Yes. So it was custom built by Saad Jahabi and then Mark McCollum, who was a protege of Frank Welch. That was his first really home that he designed and worked with. And he was there every single day during the build. And still to this day, I could call him. Yes, every single day. I could call him and say, what was that material? What was this? Where did we get that? And he'll know it without even having to look it up.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, how large is your home? What is the size on it?
It's 6,000, a little over 6,000 square feet.
6,200.
6,200. Yeah.
And it's on...
So Lindenwood and Auburndale.
Lindenwood.
If people want to see photos of it, so we didn't stage at this time because it has been shown so much, and we were trying to move for a long time and during the pandemic and everything. So we finally got to move. But if you want to go onto your website, because you did an article way before Housewives or anything about the home being a showcase for African art and traveling, because my husband is a photojournalist. So there's lots of space for art. Yeah. There's beautiful, as you call, art windows or something like that.
There's a lot of natural light, which is great. There are great walls for art. There are also some concrete pedestals outside of the sight lines of the windows where you could put sculpture. So it's a natural designed for an art collector.
Wow. And my favorite part of the home is to go to the pool. You can completely, the wall or there's a slide door just disappears. So for entertaining, it was great because I love to entertain. I love to cook. That's perfect for me. Yeah. And it was just a home where I have a lot of wonderful memories. We had the best New Year's Eve party every year for about 6 years, and I got tired. And everybody always talks about that New Year's Eve party. I don't know that I'm up for it anymore, but and it was just a home that's filled with a lot of memories and love and just a lot of attention to detail. And so on your website, like I said, I want people to go and look at that. There's also, if you're a member of Dallas Morning News, they've done articles on it. Yeah. So it was an architecturally significant home, still is. It's been on a lot of tours. Yeah. People love it. It's contemporary, but it's not harsh. It has color. It has soft woods.
Warm woods.
Warm woods, yeah. Thank you.
African.
I don't know the speak for the real estate world.
Is that when you have an African?
So when I designed it, my favorite trip was to go on safari in Africa. I've been 17 times. And with my husband working in that realm of photojournalism, it was great. So I designed the living room to be exactly like when we were on safari. So when I would come home at night, I would not feel like I was in Dallas, Texas. But yet, if I want to walk down the street towards Katy Trail, I can get to all the new properties, the Auberge property, all the restaurants. You've got Mr. Charles, you've got Ream Point, you've got Restoration Hardware. It's just a walk away from the house. That's the part I'm going to miss because of the move,
Right. Now, let's talk about that. You have to let go of this home. Mm-hmm. I have to let go of my home. We don't need all that space. My kids, I have grandchildren, Yeah. I don't, and I've only got one here in Dallas. So, we want to, my husband, I've been telling Christine, my husband telling me, sell the house. I love my house. It's like perfect. I designed it. I was in there every day. I did a little something. I don't know if you guys have done this, but before they finish up the walls, I put like cartons of boric acid in the walls. So it's in the walls. So I don't have bugs and roaches.
Oh, that's
we just got a story today. Something like Dallas is the cockroach capital of the world.
Oh, no.
Oh, gross. I've got boric acid everywhere. But anyhow, I am having a hard time. How are you dealing with like leaving this house? Are you kissing it goodbye?
Well, there's a few things I definitely miss. So I have at the new house a bigger kitchen because I'm a chef now, which I wasn't before. And I have ridiculous things at the new house that nobody would want. The kitchen at the other house is beautiful, perfect, has all custom mealy things that I had picked out. We've got that $5,000 coffee machine that I used 3 times, so it's in perfect condition. And then I have a dirty kitchen there, which I don't have at my new house. So the dirty kitchen is right behind Anna bar service area. So it's perfect for parties. And then down, if you go down the hall, then you have, if you wanted to have a nanny or somebody live in, you've got a separate room for them. Right. There's also a huge master downstairs. There's also, then you go to the laundry room is separate in the back. At my new house, I don't have that, so I miss that. But, and I really miss the elevator, Candy. Let me just, that elevator I miss. And I also miss the memories. I have a huge master bedroom upstairs. The closet is
to this.
Yeah, the arch. All the ceilings are high. So people like high ceilings are going to love my home, and I don't like to feel squashed down.
Claustrophobic.
So I don't like that. So there's just so many things that I thought about that were really interesting appointments when I was building the home, and I built it myself for 2 years. And it was my first home, and it wasn't my first home, but my first home to build myself.
Right.
Before I had my own home, but it was somebody else's home. So you know, it was my first home, and it had a lot of interesting character things that I put into it. You know,
well, I guess that's what you have to do. Is you have to look forward to the next project. You know, if you're like me, we're project people. You know, we like.
I only moved because I'm a barbecue chef. Because I mean, Jeremy says we're gonna have the barbecue university in the backyard now. So you know, I don't think anybody at Highland Park would want that. But so I have so many things for the backyard and gardening and bees and everything that's really why I moved.
You needed that piece. You're the barbecue chef now.
Yeah,
that's right. And how lucky is he to have someone who cooks like that
every night? Well, I think you met Keith, who's my assistant. He said so every night he's been with us. He said, you know, I have like 3 courses. You'll have a soup and a salad, and you know, another main course, and it's all plated nice. He goes, "You eat like this every night?" He goes, "I would never leave my house."
I know.
So many people that have come into the home have commented that they have wonderful memories of coming to a dinner party or a party at your home, D'Andra. And we're looking for the person who will continue that
tradition and legacy. Okay, we have to ask though, and maybe, I don't know, Christine, if you know this, but I'm sure D'Andra does. What are some of the funnier stories or a really wild story when you were filming Real Housewives there? I mean, did someone ever break anything?
Yeah. So I guess the funniest thing was the first season I was on, which was season 2. Yeah. Was every franchise, if you kind of look around, they have different things that are kind of the same. So you have the shaman, you've got the tea party. So I had the tea party. The tea party is called the Honest Tea, which nobody wanted to do, of course. And I had to host it, so everybody was going to hate me, you know. So that was not it was my second season or third season. I can't remember, but anyway, so it was the Honest Tea. So that's where you have the little teapot and you ask a question. And they're all very salacious, you know. And a lot of girls had a few too many cocktails, and one fell over on the floor and off the couch, and then you know, it was pretty funny.
But nothing was broken. No heads, no cups.
No, I'm trying to think. Probably cups and no. I know one of my New Year's Eve parties, I fell off the metal table because I had too many fun things to drink that night. But I'm trying to think if they broke anything. You know, my art actually stayed intact.
Good,
thank goodness. Good. So I think I've broken more in my move that I had living there.
What is a move without breaking something, right? I mean, you know, it's a way to kind of purge.
The home also has a 3-car garage.
Yeah.
And it's oversized with additional storage. And that is the area that also lends to entertaining, as D'Andra was saying. It has a sliding like a barn door. And it leads right into the backyard space. So it can be indoor, outdoor. You could put a bar or tables in that oversized 3-car garage.
I mean, of course, I totally blocked out parties for my children because it was so long ago. But my granddaughter entertains. And I know we had like her little soccer group over. And oh my God, there's frosting on the bottom of the chairs. I mean, it's just everywhere. So that's great because you can keep the mass there.
Right
outside, and
also it was 1,500 bottle wine storage. It had beverage stations upstairs. Right. I don't know if you have beverage stations upstairs and downstairs.
Yet, or do you have some move?
I moved it.
We'll come over.
If somebody wants to my house, I'll give them a bottle of wine. I'll choose from my good collection.
That's great. So, what are some of the other fabulous aspects of that home that you want to take with you or replicate in your next home?
Well, I think just what I did in this new home is the same. I chose the higher ceiling because I love that. Yeah. I don't have the elevator, which I'm missing right now. Eventually, I'll have that. Yeah. The kitchen in this house is absolutely beautiful and well appointed. There's more storage space in the kitchen at the house we're talking about than in my new home.
Really?
So the storage space is optimal for anyone that has a lot of dishes or casseroles or china or anything, you know, crystal, because you've got storage in the main kitchen and you've got storage in the dirty kitchen too. Wow. All the closets are very nice size. My closet's 800 square feet. I am missing that. My new closet is not that size. Yeah. And I also have a full, beautiful bolted-in safe that will fit pretty much anything you want as far as, you know, a lady's jewelry or things like that, documents. So that's there. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful place where I have my own memories. The balcony. So you have a balcony off the master bedroom where you can sit there and watch, you know, what's happening down below. Or I would have coffee. I would read my devotionals in the morning. So the library is absolutely gorgeous. I had different phases of all books, then art, and we have some wonderful memories of having nice cocktails or just conversations there. I've done lots of interviews in that library.
Now, what did Saad contribute? What do you think he did when he built this home that no other, builder could possibly do?
Well, he does have a Middle Eastern background, so some of the things that were done were probably lent more towards his background. But he has built several homes in the Highland Park area,
And the stonework,
the stonework is gorgeous. So
for.
we chose the stone outside, and then inside there's stone in the library. Then we have the warm woods, as Christine was saying. I actually restained the cabinets in the kitchen a few years ago, and also just updated the floors in some of the areas of the home. But that's more of a darker wood in the kitchen. And he listened to what I wanted, and Mark was more of a minimalist. I'm a maximist. So,
what a combination!
He comes into my bathroom. He's like, I was thinking one shelf with just a few things in the shower. I'm like, no, there's gonna be like 20 bottles. Sorry. That's not my house. That's not my house. So, but you can, if you're a minimalist, you'll love it. If you're a maximist like me, you'll love it.
It can go either way.
You can have an entire party in the closet. And it's big. It's very big. And people nowadays really want that. They want a closet where you can sit down.
Oh, yeah.
You can find your jewelry. You can, talk to people. I did so many scenes in the closet on Real Housewives. Tons of scenes.
I know. A closet tours. Every
Yeah.
episode had a closet scene, and
there is a closet tour on Bravo. If you put a D'Andra Simmons closet, you can find that as well.
Down there. Perfect. That's so great. Well, I know that Highland Park, this is in Highland Park, correct?
This is in Highland Park, and that's the other thing. There's not that many contemporaries in Highland Park. They're starting to build, but it's really hard to find a quality contemporary in Highland Park, and that's what I think the allure of it as well as the location and everything else we talked about.
Yeah, perfect.
The home is extremely well built.
Oh, I can tell you, I know your builder, and
Quality.
I've seen him do homes in the past from beginning to end, and walked them with him and other agents. And yeah, he's solid. He really is.
He is,
and he also takes his time. How long did it take to build that house?
Oh, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And this, not during a pandemic, 2.5 years.
Exactly.
And you have, I'm going to say 5 bedrooms. So, and upstairs in one of the bedrooms, you have the 2 little desks for kids if they're doing their studying, things like that. Then you have another bedroom. We have the primary bedroom. Then you have another room that's either a media room. It became an exercise room for me. So you can it used to be a media room. There's
could be a game room.
A playroom, whatever you want. And then downstairs, like I said, there's another huge primary bedroom. And then there's the smaller, which would be like a live-in, or it could be a playroom, or it could be a nanny, all that kind of thing. I thought about that.
That could be a gym as well.
I thought about all of that. For me, it was a salon. But I took all the salon things out because I didn't know how many people would want a full salon in their
I love a salon. Oh my God.
I will say all of the rooms are very generous in size.
Yes.
And I don't always see that in the listings in Highland Park.
I know, because you have that land, the land limitations there. 150 by 150 is like the average.
And the balcony that she mentioned is off of the master, but it's also off of the game room / playroom or media room.
Yeah.
And it has a beautiful view of the pool, but also of Abbott Park. So you see a lot of trees. And there's a small triangular area too in between her property and Abbott Park that's owned by Town of Highland Park. So it's really well groomed. It's green.
And it will never be
developed.
So that is so rare. That's amazing. So speaking of Highland Park, Christine has started the gingerbread stroll, which we participate in. And
yes.
And you
I think you've been with me since the beginning, Candy.
Exactly. Well, it's a wonderful cause. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. It was just an idea I had. I guess we started 13 years ago, and I worked in social service nonprofit for years before I sold homes for a home builder. This was a way that I could combine my passion for charity and giving back with my real estate career. So I just sell gingerbread houses for a 2-week period in Highland Park Village. But last year was monumental because We cleared in cumulative giving over $225,000 to local children in need.
Fabulous. And by the way, I have to interject. I'm wearing orange today, and I have my orange glasses here that are said to be not sunglasses, but orange because Christine, orange is her color.
Yes.
And I, just kind of know these little details about her. And she is such a bright, cheerful person. And I think that totally reflects in the gingerbread stroll. And we're excited to have that again.
Yes, thank you.
We're excited.
Where can we buy them? I didn't know this. I need to buy one.
Yes, they will be on display at 8 different merchants in Highland Park Village.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Friday, November 17th through November 30th.
So you've been making these gingerbread houses?
No, well, right.
D'Andra, you could make
That's what I do in my off
You
time.
could make one at a barbecue or something. It'd be kind of cool.
I'm not I'm a savory chef. I will do some sweets, but I don't even really eat sweets. It's so strange. My mother eats all sugar. I'm the opposite. I'm the antithesis of her. I make all the savory stuff. So, although I am going home to make a buttermilk pie for my girlfriend whose birthday's today.
Oh my God.
Oh, fun.
And D'Andra, you have to tell us about your exciting announcement with Hard Night Good Morning. I love that name because it's like we all have hard nights and then we want to have a good morning. We want to look beautiful.
We all do. It doesn't matter if you're a hot flash hottie like me, if you're a soccer mom, if you're a CEO, we all have hard nights and good mornings.
Yeah, mine's usually at the computer, but yes.
Yeah. So I'm in my 50s, so I've got the hot flash hottie.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so today, and I love the fact that you knew about my skincare line. You've used it before, and you are a skincare kind of like junkie aficionado like me, because everybody has that drawer of all these products that you buy. It's like the graveyard, $10,000, all these expensive creams. But my products are very reasonably priced. This is like $85. But today, Amino Bright, which is a brightener, a resurfacer. It's great for age spots. It's great for tightening, for collagen building. It just won Best Skin Repair Cream at the Beauty Innovation Awards for this year for 2023. And today is the first day I can announce it.
And that's national.
Yeah, and that's out of 2,500 products. Yeah.
Products. This little puppy. Oh my God, I'm dying to try it.
And I brought one for you as well.
I'm like obsessed. I do all the stuff you have to do. And my husband's a physician. He just brought home this laser thing that I'm trying it everywhere. To be honest,
like you can use it or
when I'm like, all my friends are saying, can we buy one? Saying not only doctors can buy. I'm sorry, but it's like a little at-home laser thing, and I'm like having so much fun with it. But the products are so important, and yours is very gentle too. I want to.
Well, it's aloe vera based, so I use aloe vera always as my first ingredient instead of water, because aloe vera penetrates, water evaporates. Aloe vera is also on its own just a great beauty product. So I've always made my products, unless they were oil-based, with an aloe vera base. And it's the delivery of the nutrients, the botanicals, and the actives into the cellular level, which works so much more efficaciously.
Where are you going next with the skincare? Are we going to see more things developing along with that, or are you going to focus more on the cooking now?
We're going to see more things developing with the skincare. We're also still have Ultimate Living, which is the nutrition company. And I kind of pared it down to the main products, which is like the Green Miracle, which is my mother's signature product, and a few others. And then the cooking, yes, I'm competing in barbecue competitions. I have Simply Simmons. I haven't really done a lot of YouTube things lately because I'm getting ready to get started again because the move, because we're moving, not moving. And so I think I'm going to come out with a line of rubs and sauces and potentially some other things that people keep asking me about. So that's kind of on the horizon, and possibly some empanadas.
Oh my God. We will have to try.
Right.
We'll have to have a cooking show.
Yes.
One day. Realtors and food. I did a taste testing for chili at Briggs Freeman right before Halloween. They had a great spread, and the agents all made different kinds of chilies. It was so hard. I was like clearing the palate. Now I can't have any wine. I have to have water, And I went through and tasted every one of the preparations, and the chili that I thought was best was made by a New Yorker. Isn't that funny?
Really?
Yes.
Did it have beans or not?
Some of them, I think, hers did not have beans. I don't like beans.
So, Texas is typically a non-bean state. So, tomato-based, no beans. I actually judged the Trilingua competition, which was the biggest one. So, and I've done that one, and you can't have any beans if you're entering, unless you're entering in another category. So, but and it's a lot of fun, but Texas still, just like all the barbecue, uses a lot of MSG, which is, gives you headache or whatever. But I like the no beans. I like the no beans in my chili, but not, my husband's a Yankee and I can't convince him that no beans.
Oh, I know. Those Yankees, I know, and their beans. But no, in Terlingua, by the way, what a fabulous place.
It's a cool place.
Everyone, you have to go to Terlingua at least once. At least once.
The only place I've ever laid down in the middle of a freeway in the middle of the night like this and had a photo and there was no car. It's so cool.
Oh my God. We were actually down there on Halloween, which was kind of a fun time to be down there because everyone was dressed up and it is kind of there's a ghosty feel to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
the cemeteries. That's a whole tour in itself, all the cemeteries.
Yeah, it's the cemeteries. Yeah. So I'm excited to kind of keep up with you on your adventures as well.
Appreciate that.
And tell us just before we leave, Christine, what's going on with the real estate market? Are we kind of feeling a little pullback? Is these interest rates kind of crunched us in yet?
There is a slight pullback right now, but there are still buyers, and we still have, for the most part, a lack of inventory.
Yes. Yeah.
But we are traditionally, the holidays get a little slower.
Right.
So, but
in the winter.
Yes.
And, in December, no one does anything but party and buy gifts and things like that. So they're not really looking at home.
Well, we know if they're looking for a home, then they're very serious.
We're serious. Right. Exactly. And do you think that spring, we're going to have a good spring?
I do.
You do?
I think there is still some pent-up demand, and there are still people moving from out of state.
Yeah,
to Dallas. We will continue to see that.
We know it whenever we drive. Don't we know it? Yes,
we do.
I know, and I love it. But I'm kind of like, okay. My daughter says, "Go to the Panhandle. It's great." Leave us alone.
I also think, just to interject with her, that there's a specific person that's looking to live in Highland Park. It's one of the top 10 school systems in the whole United States.
And
that's
security is great there.
Security is amazing. That's what I miss. The security. That's the one thing I really miss. They used to park by the side of my house, and anything that happened, they were there within 30 seconds.
Oh, exactly.
So
in Dallas,
it's a great place to raise children.
Yeah.
My street and my neighbors are amazing. I have Kathy and Jim Looney. He's a major architect across the street. He's done all the hotels.
Yeah.
We have next door to a lovely family there. People next door moved from New York. But they're all very nice, and everybody knows each other and watches each other.
Yeah.
I can call them and say, "Do you mind taking out my dogs? Because I'm not going to be home." I'll go take out my dogs.
Right.
That's right. Nice people are. Yeah.
That's right.
Amazing. And that is.
Really, Highland Park offers everything. It's shopping, dining, fabulous schools.
Right.
It's also, if there is ever a downturn, it's the first residential area to rebound.
It rebounds,
and it doesn't. It never. It never.
Rebound, right?
If it retracts, it's not retracting greatly. It's slight.
I call it blue chip real estate, and that is blue chip real estate.
Right.
Ladies, I cannot thank you enough. We have to do this again because obviously we have a lot to talk about. So the next product you come out with, we'll have another show. We'll chat about it, and we'll talk about when you sell your house. And you're on to your next one.
I'll bring some for you to eat next time.
Oh my God, that'll be perfect. Thank you so much, ladies, for being with us. That is the end of this show, but there will be more. Thank you.
That does it for this episode of Dallas Dirt. Join us the next time as we dig into DFW's hottest real estate news with host Candy Evans. Be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube to receive every new episode. And if you like the episode, give it 5 stars and tell a friend. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you the next time. This episode was recorded at the Real News Communications Network studios in Dallas and is copyrighted by Dallas Dirt.